You know, the world of AI is just moving at an absolutely incredible speed. I mean, just when you think you've got a handle on an AI that can write a perfect email or create some mind-blowing art, the next evolution is already knocking on the door. And this time, it's an AI that doesn't just create, it does.
It feels like every single day there's a new buzzword, right? And you've probably heard these two popping up a lot lately: Generative AI and Agentic AI. Now, they sound kind of similar, and yeah, they're both part of that big AI family, but they are designed for totally different things. So, what's the real story here? What's the actual difference?
Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. The absolute simplest way to wrap your head around this is to think of it like this. Generative AI makes stuff. Agentic AI does stuff. One is a creator, the other is a doer. Seriously, if you get this one core difference, everything else is going to click into place.
So, let's kick things off with the one most of us are already familiar with. I want you to think of generative AI as your own personal, brilliant brainstorming partner. It's an absolute wizard when it comes to creativity and content. And let's be honest, it's already completely changed how a lot of us get our work done.
So what is it really? Well, these models, the ones behind things like ChatGPT or Midjourney, they're trained on just unimaginable amounts of data. They learn all the patterns, all the styles, all the structures in that data, and then they use that knowledge to produce something brand new. And this is the most important part, it is fundamentally reactive. It just sits there and waits for you, for a human, to give it a command. Only then does it do its thing.
And the way it works is actually pretty straightforward. First, you give it a prompt. That's your command. Then, the magic happens. The model starts predicting. If you've asked it to write something, it's literally just predicting the most likely next word, one after another. If it's an image, it's predicting the next pixel. It just keeps doing that over and over until bam, it's generated a single complete piece of content based on what you asked for.
And you see this everywhere now, don't you? I mean, it's writing our marketing copy, it's generating incredible images for campaigns, it's summarizing those super long documents we don't want to read, and it's even helping developers by spitting out code. This is the engine behind all those AI copilots and assistants that are becoming a part of our daily lives. It's an amazing tool for creation.
Okay, so if generative AI is our brainstormer, what's the next level up? Well, allow me to introduce the expert project manager, Agentic AI. This is where AI makes the leap from just creating a thing to actually getting an entire job done, all the way from start to finish. So, unlike its creative cousin, Agentic AI is proactive. It's designed to be an autonomous system. That means it can look at its environment, make its own decisions, and this is the game changer, carry out a whole series of actions to reach a goal you set for it. It doesn't need you to give it the next prompt. It figures out the next step all by itself.
So how on earth does it do that? Well, it runs on what's called an autonomous loop. First, it perceives. It's like it's looking around, gathering all the information it needs about the task and its digital surroundings. Next, it plans. It breaks down that big goal into a logical, step-by-step strategy. And finally, it acts. It actually executes that plan using tools to get the job done, like searching the web, pulling data from a database, or even using other apps.
And the real-world uses here are all about completing a process. Just imagine a customer service agent that doesn't just give you a canned answer, but actually goes into 3 different systems to process a complex refund and closes the ticket, all without a human ever touching it. Or think about a security agent that doesn't just flag a threat, but actively quarantines the problem and patches the system by itself. These things are doers.
Okay, so we've met the brainstormer and we've met the project manager. Let's do a quick side-by-side to really nail down the differences and make it all crystal clear.
This table really breaks it down nicely. Look at the core function, content creation versus task execution. The interaction, one is reactive, totally dependent on your prompts. The other is proactive, it just goes after the goal. And that leads right into autonomy, right? Generative AI is low, it needs you. Agentic AI is high, it works on its own. And the output is the real giveaway. One gives you a single thing, a picture, a block of text. The other gives you a completed result, achieved through a whole bunch of actions.
So if you take away just one thing, let it be this. We are seeing a fundamental change in what AI is for. Generative AI is an incredible assistant. It helps us humans do our jobs better, faster, and more creatively. But Agentic AI, it's designed to take that next step, to act for us, to complete the job itself.
And you can imagine, the shift from an assistant to an actor, well, it comes with some massive implications.
There's incredible promise, but there's also some pretty serious stuff we need to think about. So let's dive into the future of agency.
So on the bright side, the potential here is just huge. We're talking about a quantum leap in efficiency, automating entire workflows so that we humans can focus on the big picture, creative stuff. And get this, agents can even work together, debating ideas with each other to make better decisions, solving problems that no single AI could handle. And they learn as they go, constantly getting better and smarter.
But of course, with that much power comes a pretty significant flip side. The risks are just as real. Automating complex jobs will, without a doubt, have an impact on the workforce. Then you've got the huge ethical minefields, things like biased AI making important decisions, or the potential for widespread manipulation. And of course, these powerful systems are a massive target for cybercriminals, not to mention the very real environmental cost of running these giant data centers.
You know, this isn't just a tech problem, it's a society-wide challenge. As the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said, the potential for both good and evil here is just enormous. Figuring out how to navigate all of this responsibly is honestly one of the biggest tests of our time.
Which really leaves us with this one big question. AI is changing. It's evolving from a passive tool that we use into an active teammate that we work alongside. So the real challenge for every single one of us is, how are we going to adapt? How will we redefine our jobs, our industries, and even our world to collaborate with these new autonomous partners? That's the conversation we all need to start having right now.